Ruben Saltzman with Structure Tech Home Inspections here. Today's topic is whole house humidifiers, what they do, and why I typically have a beef with them. I don't have a problem with automatically controlled, properly installed whole house humidifiers. Those are just fine, and I'll get to those in a second. What I do have a problem with is manual humidifiers. It's those devices that get installed on the furnace ductwork, and they add uncontrolled amounts of humidity to Minnesota homes. At just about every home where I find major moisture problems, I find lots of condensation on the windows, I find frost in the attic, mold in the attic, wet ceilings from frost melting in the attic and then ruining the ceilings. At the root of all of these different things is usually a whole house humidifier. And it doesn't even need to be cranked up all the way. It just, well, it's really easy to not use these things properly. Now, the problem is that with a manual humidifier, the manufacturers tell you that you need to adjust the humidity levels based on what the outdoor temperature is going to be. They say all you got to do is, check the weather forecast a couple times every day. Well, they don't actually say this, but that's what's implied. You got to know what the outdoor temperature is going to be. And they say, well, if the outdoor temperature is 25 degrees, then 35% relative humidity is fine. If it's going to drop down to 0, then merely reduce the humidity level down to 25%, several hours in advance of this anticipated temperature change. Now think that through. Who's going to do this? I mean, how diligent of a homeowner do you need to be to actually follow these instructions? And if you don't, well, the problem is all the stuff that I just listed. Condensation all over the place. If you don't follow those instructions, you are going to have problems. Most homeowners do not follow those instructions. I consider myself to be a very diligent homeowner. I'll tell you, if I had a whole house humidifier, I would not go through the trouble of doing all those things. But when it comes to an automatic humidifier, I've got no problem with those. They automatically control the amount of humidity that's added to the home based on what the outdoor temperature is. And they have an outdoor temperature sensor that gets installed at the outdoors, provided it's properly installed, provided that whoever put the system in took the time to run a wire from the humidity control panel to the outdoors to measure outdoor temperature. Now, that is extra labor. So we're assuming somebody did that, and then there's a little switch that's hidden behind the control panel cover that's going to switch it from automatic to manual mode or back. Provided that switch is set to automatic and we have the temperature control properly installed, I've got no problem with the automatic humidifiers. If you want to have one of them installed in your home, I say God bless, no problem there. Just make sure whoever's putting it in is doing it properly. They're actually going to install that temperature sensor, and the switch is going to be set to automatic. You do all those things, and I have no problem with a whole house humidifier. That's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Signing off.